What's going on, everyone? So, something may be brewing for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers have signed Devonte Graham to a contract. Now, it is to the G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers. So, this isn't to the main roster. However, it does make sense that if the Lakers are going to pull off some trades, the Lakers are going to pull off some moves, right? They're going to need some guard depth, more likely than not, because you're probably trading D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, right? You're probably going to need somebody that can, step up, be a vacuum scorer. That's what Devonte Graham is known as, a guy that could just get hot in a hurry, maybe even just kind of bolster their depth and their bench. Let him, because he hasn't been on a roster, he hasn't played, right? Let him get some reps in the G League. Let him start getting some games under his belt, get into a rhythm, get into a flow. And then it's like, okay, we're ready, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month from now, right? It's like, come on up, come on down, let's get you on board, right? That's kind of the idea. That's kind of the goal. Now, you look at kind of what Devonte Graham can bring to you. Size-wise, defensively, doesn't really give you much, right? He's 6'1", 195. So he doesn't have this like insane height. Again, he is kind of, you want him as like that vacuum scorer. He can make some plays, right? He can run an offense, but he is more of that vacuum scorer. Come in, plug in, go and get you, 15 on any given night. Guy that when he gets hot, he gets hot. We've seen him. Wait, I think isn't his career? Didn't he have like a 50-piece game, if I'm not mistaken? I think his career high was like 50 or 40, something like that. Point is, this is a guy that's had some real standout games. Guy that can get hot and get hot quick. And so just looking at what he provides here, right? Last season, 13.6 minutes of action in 23 games for San Antonio. He shot 35% from the floor in total, 4.7 attempts per game. So hardly anything, 30% from three-point range on 3.6 attempts, 52% on 1.1 attempts for two-point range, 46.8% EFG, 81% from the foul line, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, half a steal, and 5 points. Now, that doesn't really stand out to you. That's kind of like, but again, limited role, barely played, didn't even finish the full season. You look at the 2022 and 2023 season, okay, that's a little different, right? With San Antonio, played 26.4 minutes, shot 38% from the field total, 35%, almost 36% on 7 attempts. He was 35.8%. He is a career 35% three-point shooter, but 36% from three-point range on 7.4 attempts, 44.2% on 2.6 attempts, 51.3% EFG. Also dished out 4 assists, 3 rebounds, almost a full steal, half a block, and 13 points. So he's 13, 4, and 3. Okay, something like that. Now, if he could be, a 10, 3, and 3 guy off the bench in 15 to 20 minutes a game, that could be massive for you, right? And then even with New Orleans, he averaged, so that whole season, counting New Orleans and everything, he averaged 7.4 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds, right? So again, it's about the collective effort, and it's about finding guys that have a need. But you look at him on Charlotte. He had, the year before he left Charlotte, and 30 minutes of action. He shot 38% three-point range. He shot almost 38% on 8.7 attempts. 38% from two-point range, but only on 3 attempts. Had an EFG of 51%, shot 84% from the foul line, had 5 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal, and 15 points per game. And his best season was 2019-2020, in which he averaged 18 points, 7.5 assists, 3.4 rebounds, averaged a full steal, half a block, only 3 turnovers. Isn't great. 2.9 turnovers isn't great, but shot 38.2% from the floor and 37% from 3. So, again, a guy that can, in a vacuum, go get you buckets. In a vacuum, can kind of play his role. His best roles were with the Hornets, but his usage and everything was just much higher than it would be on the Lakers. I still kind of prefer like an Elfrid Payton, if I'm being honest, than a Graham, because again, it's all the guys that are available, right, are all kind of one-dimensional, right? Like, the Lakers are supposedly interested in Markelle Fultz. Can't really shoot, right? He's 20% three-point shooter. Like, the guy's, like, been terrible the last few seasons shooting the three ball. But defensively, athleticism, right, things like that, okay. You can kind of make the argument. Devonte Graham's kind of the opposite. Doesn't give you, like, great defense. Doesn't have great size, because at least Markelle Fultz, he's 6'4", so it gives you some size. Graham doesn't really give you the size, but he is a guy that, again, when he's on, he's on. When he's not on, he's pretty bad. But him in a vet minimum, low risk, high reward type move, he's not going to be taking, 20 shots a game. If he's bringing the heat on any given night, keep riding the hot end. If he's not and he's struggling, okay, just move him to the bench. No ill will, nothing lost. Right? And you're going to need, especially if you're going to have to fill in a roster spot or two, you're going to need cheap talent. And it's just like, Graham, also big difference playing on bad teams and filling a role. And you're having to work twice as hard to score the basketball. Big difference when you're playing alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis and they have the ball and you're just kind of catch shoot or you're just initiating, playing off ball, get to be a slasher, right? Like, very different role, right? Very different opportunities. The looks, the quality of looks that he would get are unlike anything that he's gotten before. He's never going to get better looks than he would with the Lakers. But I kind of look at like an Alfred Payton. He's 6'3", right? He's got good size, good length. He was really good for the Pelicans from what we saw, right, in 7 games. And 7 games from the Pelicans in 20 minutes. Three-point shooting, again, not great. He has had seasons, though, where he shot 37%. But, three-point percentage, although he took less than 1 attempt, or he didn't take any, 0.01 attempts, so basically nothing. It's basically all 2-point range. 6.4 attempts, shot 51.1% from 2-point range. Averaged 7 points, 7 rebounds, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 1.4 steals. Right? We've seen what he can do. Right? Graham, what he can do, but it's just, is that what's best for the Lakers? Is that the need that the Lakers have? Does that kind of fill the void? I like Graham. I'm not against it. If the Lakers were to fill the void and sign him and bring him on, sure. Right? Chances are you're looking for him to be assuming all goes well, right? And the Lakers can get, 3-4 guys to add to the roster to kind of upgrade and bolster the roster. This would just be kind of more of a depth route. Give you that vacuum scorer, kind of Malik. Also look at it like this, okay? Great example. Malik Monk. Malik Monk came and played for a vet minimum, right? Now, he was expected to get more, but he was just looked at as the same thing. Like, Malik Monk, now, people would probably be like, you're crazy. You're crazy adding him to Malik Monk. He got that contract and that reputation playing alongside and with the Lakers, right? Being that just bucket getter, shooting 3-ball, being that vacuum scorer for them, and, continue to grow and continue to evolve to his credit. I mean, he's better now than he was even with the Lakers. But it's just something to keep in mind. Like, does he kind of become a version of that? Even if he's not as good, right? Can he become a version of like a Malik Monk for the Lakers? Right? He's 29 years old. So he's on the right side of 30. And that's what this guy has been. This guy has been known for just being a bucket getter. Doesn't really give you much else. Yeah, he can, again, make some plays, give you some playmaking, but he's not really known as like a playmaker, this elite, defender or anything like that. He's looked at as just like a guy comes in, you need some buckets, give him the ball, get out of his way, and give him the opportunity. It's kind of what that is. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Hey, Phil, what are your thoughts? Do you think that, Devonte Graham, he would be solid, great acquisition? Do you think it's nothing more than just a G League acquisition? Right? Because it very well could be that. It could mean nothing, right? It could just be, hey, they're bringing him on the team, on the G League team, so he can get some reps, play some basketball, but, it has nothing to do with him potentially making a roster or anything like that. Do Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, either way, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.